Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, if you're talking about basketball legends, this guy is right at the top of the order, like a batter who's a guaranteed hit every time he steps up to the plate. Whether it's for his unrivaled skill set, his towering presence, or that signature skyhook that nobody could block, Kareem is basketball royalty. The man didn't just play the game, he mastered it. He didn't dominate through sheer athleticism like some do today. Instead, he was the ultimate thinking man's player, a 7-foot-tall intellectual with the grace of a dancer and the precision of a pitcher who hits the strike zone every time. If you're looking for the complete package, you can't overlook Kareem. His rise to basketball immortality is nothing short of extraordinary. It all began when he was still known as Lou Alcindor, dominating high school and college ball like he was playing a different game altogether. By the time he was at UCLA under the legendary John Wooden, it was clear that Kareem, still Alcindor then, was destined for greatness. He won 3 straight NCAA championships and was such a force that they had to ban dunking in college basketball for a while because he made it look too easy. Imagine being so dominant that they have to change the rules just to give other players a chance. It's like telling a slugger he's not allowed to hit home runs anymore because the ballpark can't handle it. Kareem was a step ahead, even then, blending skill, intelligence, and power in ways we hadn't seen before. Once he hit the NBA, it didn't take long for Kareem to make his mark. Drafted first overall by the Milwaukee Bucks in 1969, Kareem was an instant game changer. It was like getting a franchise player who could do it all, score, defend, and make his teammates better. And that's where the skyhook came into play. If you're a basketball enthusiast like me, you know the skyhook isn't just a shot, it's a piece of basketball art. Kareem perfected it to the point where it was virtually unblockable, much like a curveball that hitters just can't touch. No matter who was guarding him or how many defenders were thrown his way, the skyhook was going in. It became the signature move of his career, a shot that defined an era. With the Bucks, Kareem quickly established himself as one of the league's premier players, winning his first MVP award in just his second season. And if that wasn't enough, by 1971 he had led the Bucks to their first ever NBA championship, earning Finals MVP honors. It was like watching a young pitcher not just dominate in the regular season, but then take control in the World Series, elevating his game on the biggest stage. Kareem had that kind of ability. He thrived in pressure situations and knew how to take over games when it mattered most. But Milwaukee was only the beginning. When Kareem moved to the Los Angeles Lakers in 1975, his legacy truly began to take shape. Joining the bright lights of LA was like pairing a home run hitter with a big market team. It just fit. Over the next decade plus, Kareem was the centerpiece of the Lakers' Showtime era, playing alongside Magic Johnson and leading the team to 5 NBA championships in the 1980s. It was basketball at its highest level, and Kareem was the consistent force anchoring it all. His longevity, especially for a big man, was astonishing. Most players, especially centers, see their bodies break down. But Kareem just kept going, evolving his game, staying relevant, and staying dominant. What's wild is that even in his late 30s, Kareem was still schooling players much younger than him. He was like that veteran pitcher who, even without the fastball he once had, is still mowing down batters with a devastating changeup. Kareem's understanding of the game, his footwork, and his conditioning allowed him to stay elite far longer than anyone could have imagined. By the time he retired in 1989, he had set records still stand today, including being the NBA's all-time leading scorer, a title he held for decades until recently. And let's not forget the 6 MVP awards, which to this day remain the most by any player. That's like leading the league in batting average year after year, pure dominance. But beyond the accolades and statistics, what I love most about Kareem is the influence he had on the game and on society. He wasn't just a basketball player. He was an intellectual, an activist, and a leader. He stood up for what he believed in, even when it wasn't the popular thing to do. In many ways, his impact off the court was just as important as what he did on it. He used his platform to fight for social justice and equality, much like the way Jackie Robinson broke barriers in baseball. Kareem was a trailblazer in every sense, and that's what makes his legacy so special to me. When I think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I don't just think of the skyhook or the championships, though those are unforgettable. I think of someone who changed the game with his mind as much as his